Meet Junius G. Groves, the wealthiest black American of the 20th century. Born in 1859 in Kentucky, Junius was born into slavery, but after the Civil War, he gained his freedom. In 1879, Junius moved to Kansas during the great exodus of African Americans looking for better opportunities. With only 90 cents in his pocket, he worked hard to build a successful life. Junius started growing potatoes on a small piece of sharecropping land. Through hard work and special farming techniques, he became one of the largest potato growers in the country. By 1902, he was known as the Potato King of the world. Junius didn't just grow potatoes, he built a community. He employed many black people and helped African Americans buy land and start their own farms. His success was a beacon of hope and inspiration for many. Junius's farm grew to over 500 acres, and he became the wealthiest African American farmer of his time. He used his wealth to improve his community by building schools and churches. Junius G. Groves showed that with determination and hard work, incredible success is possible. Meet Clara Belle Drysdale Williams, an amazing woman who made history. She was born in 1885 in Plum, Texas. Clara loved learning and worked hard to overcome a lot of racial challenges. In 1908, Clara became the first African-American woman to graduate from New Mexico College. But it wasn't easy. Clara wasn't allowed to sit inside the classroom because of her skin color. She had to listen to her lectures and take notes from the hallway. But even though it was tough, Clara didn't give up. She graduated with honors and became one of the most influential teachers of her time. Clara taught for over 20 years, helping many students learn and go on to be highly successful. Clara also raised 3 sons, all of which became doctors thanks to her dedication and hard work. Clara's story didn't end there. In 1961, New Mexico State University honored her by naming a street on campus after her and giving her an honorary degree. Clara Belle Drysdale Williams showed that with determination and courage, you can overcome any obstacle. Her legacy continues to inspire people to this day. Her life reminds us to always strive for education and equality, no matter what challenges we face. Meet Henrietta Lacks, a remarkable woman. Born in 1920 in Roanoke, Virginia, Henrietta was a loving mother of 5 children and lived a simple life. But the unknown impact that Henrietta will make in the world of medicine is simply remarkable. In 1951, Henrietta went to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore because she was very sick. The doctors found out she had a very rare type of cancer. During her treatment, the doctors took a small sample of her cancer cells without telling her. They found out that her cells were very special. Unlike other cells, Henrietta's cells could grow and multiply outside the body. These cells, called HeLa cells, became super important for medical research. Scientists used HeLa cells to make many discoveries and develop new treatments. They helped create the polio vaccine, develop treatments for leukemia and Parkinson's disease, and even helped to learn more about space. But Henrietta never knew about her cell's amazing impact. She passed away in 1951, and her family didn't find out about her rare cells until many years later. Today, Henrietta Lacks is remembered for her incredible contribution to science. Her story reminds us of the importance of ethics in medical research and the respect of patients' rights. Henrietta's cells changed the world, and her legacy continues to inspire scientists and doctors today. Meet Garrett Morgan, an African-American inventor whose creations changed the world. Born in 1877 in Kentucky, Morgan was the son of former slaves. Although he only had a basic education, his curiosity and creativity led him to become one of the greatest inventors of his time. One of Morgan's most famous inventions was the gas mask. In 1914, he developed a safety hood that protected people from smoke, gas, and harmful chemicals. This invention saved many lives, especially when it was used by firefighters and during World War I. Morgan even used it himself in 1916 to rescue workers trapped in a tunnel explosion in Cleveland. But Morgan didn't stop there. In 1923, he invented the 3-position traffic light, something that we all use today. Back then, cars, horses, and pedestrians were all trying to share the roads, and it was chaos. To prevent accidents, this idea was important in making roads safer for everyone. Despite facing racial discrimination, Garrett Morgan's inventions made a lasting impact. He was not only an inventor, but also a successful businessman. Garrett Morgan's creativity, determination, and contributions continue to inspire us today. Meet Dr. Charles Richard Drew, an extraordinary contributor to medicine. Born on June 3, 1904 in Washington, D.C., he was a top student and a star athlete, excelling in both academics and sports. Drew attended Amherst College on an athletic scholarship, but after graduating, he decided to pursue a career in medicine, earning his degree from McGill University. During World War II, Drew made a groundbreaking discovery in blood preservation. He found a way to separate and store blood plasma, which could be dried and used later. This was a major breakthrough because plasma could be stored longer and didn't require refrigeration, making it ideal for battlefield conditions. In 1940, Drew led the Blood for Britain project. His success laid the groundwork for modern blood banks. Despite his achievements, Drew faced racial discrimination. He strongly protested against the Red Cross's policy of segregating blood donations by race, arguing that it was scientifically and morally wrong. His efforts eventually led to the end of this practice. Drew trained many African-American doctors and surgeons during his tenure at Howard University. Tragically, he died in a car accident in 1950 at the age of 45, but his legacy lives on. Dr. Charles Richard Drew is remembered as a true medical pioneer and humanitarian. Let me introduce you to Solomon Northup, a free African-American man born in 1808 in New York. Solomon was a talented violinist and a loving husband and father. One day in 1841, Solomon was offered a job as a musician, but it was a trap. He was kidnapped and sold into slavery in the South. While enslaved, Solomon was forced to work on plantations in Louisiana, where he faced terrible hardships of poor living conditions and severe physical punishment and beatings, but even within this turmoil, he never gave up hope of returning to his family. With the help of a Canadian carpenter, Solomon sent a letter to his friends in New York. They worked hard to prove he was a free man, and finally, in 1853, Solomon was freed and returned home. Back home, Solomon wrote a book called 12 Years a Slave, sharing his story with the world, warning his fellow African Americans about the horrors of slavery and the importance of freedom. Solomon Northup's courage and determination continue to inspire us today. He showed that even in the darkest times, hope and strength can lead to a renewed freedom. Ever heard of the first African-American woman to run a bank? Meet Maggie Lena Walker, an amazing trailblazer born in 1864 in Richmond, Virginia. Her mom was a former slave and a laundress, and her dad was a butler. Growing up after the Civil War, Maggie faced many challenges but was determined to succeed. Maggie was a bright student and finished high school in 1883. She started out as a teacher, but her love for helping the community led her to join the Independent Order of St. Luke, which was a group dedicated to improving the lives of African Americans. Maggie quickly moved up in the organization and became its leader in 1899. Under her leadership, the order grew rapidly. She had a big dream to make African Americans financially stable and independent. In 1903, Maggie founded the St. Luke Penny Savings Bank, becoming the first African American woman to start and run a bank. Her bank only gave loans and financial services to the African American community, helping many people buy homes and start businesses. Maggie didn't stop there. She also started a newspaper called the St. Luke Herald to share news and information. She fought for women's rights and was a big supporter of education. Maggie Lena Walker made a huge